Hey everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm so excited for today's video because today we're going to talk about sinks and faucets, but not just your normal sinks and faucets. I mean, we're going to show you guys some next level stuff you won't see at your normal big box store. So real quick, before we dive into all this cool stuff, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Guys, we talk about kitchen remodeling and everything you need to know to design and remodel your own kitchen. So make sure you hit the little bell so you'll get notified for all the new videos we release. My name is Kirsten Kopp, kitchen designer with King's Kitchen, and I am here today with my dear friend Ashley from Keller Supply in Tacoma. And I'm so excited that we get to be here. This is Tacoma's finest when it comes to making your plumbing selections. And we're going to dive right into one of the main questions I get asked. But before we do that, actually, let's talk really quick about Keller Supply, Ashley.
Okay, so Keller Supply was founded in 1948.
Okay.
We have been family owned and we are the largest independently owned plumbing distributor in the US. So small family business still, but we have 90 plus branches now and over 42 showrooms throughout Washington State, West Coast, up in Alaska. So definitely can find a showroom near you to check out.
Yeah, because I know I have customers all from Olympia, we're working on a project in Sammamish right now. And then obviously I work with people online too, but we're always, I check with you guys, hey, where's my next showroom that I can send somebody to get like really, really good help to make these selections. So, okay, let's start. There's a couple cool topics you want to talk about and things we want to show you guys. And when I design kitchens with you guys, my number one question that I get when it comes to your plumbing selections is really, I kind of make that question, have you thought about your kitchen sink? What were you thinking for a kitchen sink? What kind of material were you thinking on using? And the question I get back is like, well, I mean, stainless steel, what is there else to do, right? And I'm like, oh my God, no. No. There is so much you can do nowadays, and I think Ashley is going to show us what we can do.
Definitely.
Let's go.
So we're gonna loop around this way, keeping our distance.
Oh yeah, keeping us with this.
Okay, so a couple different materials that we offer that are on the market. Fire clay is a great one. So this is the original material. It's been made for thousands and thousands of years.
Right.
Kind of the same way. It's a clay that they bake for multiple days at over 2,000 degrees.
Okay.
So they kind of suck all of the moisture out. So it's actually very non-porous.
Okay.
Definitely a more handmade look to it. You do have color options now instead of your traditional white.
All right.
So you can do grays and blues and all sorts of fun things on those. Matte finishes are also available.
So when people talk about doing, your traditional kitchen with a farmhouse sink, is this what would go really into that look?
Yes.
Okay.
So generally, like apron front. Everyone thinks fire clay, you do apron front. There are definitely undermount options of it, but that is how your traditional apron front sinks are made. It's just like this.
Okay.
They're reversible, so a lot of times they'll have patterns or designs on the back side, so you can kind of choose which side you want to use. So quite a few of them on the market now.
Okay, cool. So next to this material, what else do we have?
So we would have cast iron material.
Okay.
So very similar, high gloss. Beautiful, lots of different finish options. It is a thicker material, so it's actually cast iron. So cast iron, solid, heavy, and then they do a really thick enamel on it. Lifetime finish on the enamels, warranty on the enamels.
Nice.
Yeah.
So if I was in the market for, I'm looking for a more traditional kitchen, and I would love to do like a farmhouse sink, kind of traditional white. Why would I choose cast iron over fire clay or the other way around?
A lot of times it can be price. So I will say cast iron because it's made in a factory. It is about half the price of doing a fire clay. Fire clay is all made overseas in usually places like Italy or France.
Okay, so nice and high end. Okay.
Yes. Cast iron is actually made in Wisconsin.
Okay.
And you have a lot more finish options on that if you're not doing traditional white.
Okay. Now, the number one thing, you know, when it comes to sinks, people go like, well, you know, price is one thing to kind of choose, right? But what are like the pros and cons? And when it comes to these like fire clay, people come and they say, well, does it chip a lot?
So I have been selling fire clay sinks for over 15 years now. I have had one situation with a sink. Yes, one in 15 years.
Okay.
And it was not necessarily, it's not even a brand that's out there anymore.
Right.
And it was because they put a garbage disposal on it. So the downfall to fire clay is I do not personally recommend adding garbage disposals to them.
Okay.
Because the vibrations can actually cause a defect in the bottom. That was one instance.
It's so interesting, guys. So,
keep that in mind.
It all comes down to what you have in your kitchen. Every kitchen is unique and your selections are unique on how you're building this place to work for you and your family. So that's very, very interesting. If I was to choose that, but I'm really set on having a garbage disposal, maybe have a second prep sink, right? That would be an option for it. Or let's talk about another different material we could use instead, right?
Composite.
We got composites.
Yes.
I like composites.
So composites are great. Super durable.
Okay.
I mean, extremely durable. You can use anything with those like on them. They have been making them for many, many years.
Yeah.
So it is acrylic resin mixed with actual like ground up granite. So very much so like your countertops.
Right.
Quartz products. So lots of manufacturers make them now. They're all very good. Honestly, everything that's out there on the market, if you're under a Franke or LK, Kohler offers some great ones. They have great color selections and great different designs. So you can get them in pops of color,
right?
Or you can get them in your whites, and then kind of your neutral colors.
Right. And a color that I really, really like is black. We do a lot of black colors with the composites, or a really, really dark gray. Looks super sleek. Okay, that's very good. All those fun colors to work with. Again, that's like, use that in your design, right? If you want to feel very contemporary, just don't go with white, you know? I mean, there's so many cool colors.
Blend it with your countertop. There's some really,
I mean, dark gray countertops and then like a light gray sink going the other way.
Yes.
So pretty. Oh my God. Okay, so we've got fireplace, we've got cast iron we've talked about, we've got composite sinks that we've talked about. Now, what else?
So we have copper.
Okay.
So you can definitely do copper options. Gonna be definitely on the higher price point for a good quality copper. You can get a lot of copper out there. You do want to make sure that it is recycled copper and a good quality manufacturing process on them.
Right.
Very high maintenance.
Okay.
So keep that in mind.
Okay.
Yep, they are gonna, if you love the natural beauty of things as they patina and they, wear, then copper is a great option, but it will change.
Okay.
It will change and it will get that kind of green color, and you can take it all the way back. You can clean it out and take it all the way back to its original finish generally, but people buy copper because they like that living finish of it. But it is definitely your higher maintenance material when it comes to kitchen sinks.
Okay. And then tell us about that one material that everybody thinks is like the only material you can do.
Stainless steel?
Right.
Yeah, so definitely lots of different options on stainless steel.
Okay.
Good quality stainless steel isn't going to be super tinny. So a lot of people don't like they say, oh, it's just dings and it scratches. Good quality stainless steel is actually manufactured properly, and you're not going to get that really clinky noise that you get on a lot of them. Some cool factors, you want to pay attention to how they're made, because stainless steel all starts, the gauge when you hear that is before it is actually stretched into a sink. So once they actually stretch the material, you really don't know what you're getting. So you want to make sure it's a reputable stainless steel manufacturer. This one, for instance, right here is a Franke sink. It has just really contemporary designs. This is a chef station, so all different sorts of accessories with it. Has little shelves and things that you can really make it work for you and have everything right here in your sink. So that's a great one.
Yeah, and you know, accessories is something, well, manufacturers and accessories is something I want to touch base on too. Like, what are your kind of go-to manufacturers for these different materials, but also what are some cool accessories that people can look for?
Okay, so cutting boards that actually fit. So this sink down here, we're keeping the distance. This is actually the Kohler Prolific. So this sink comes with all of those accessories.
Wow.
And you can really make it your own. It has little rinsing bowls, it has racks, you can have the cutting board that's inset in it. It's been a huge hit since it came off. You have your little fruit rinsing basket, and it's all right there in your sink, and then it stacks all the way to one side.
It's super cool.
Yeah.
So this is Kohler.
This is Kohler. Schranke has some great accessories with their different ones. So inset cutting boards are very popular. You do want to be cautious and make sure you have that accessory on hand when your countertops are being templated.
Yes, because we did that and the accessories were not on site and we had to come back and adjust the cutouts. That is why you want to have everything on site.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, things were back ordered and we had to try to make it work, but we came back. So yes, so we have cool accessories like this. We've got a strainer. Or is this what you call a strainer?
Yeah, like
this is like a little
rinsing bowl.
like fruit rinsing bowl. And we've got a, what do you call this in English?
A little drying rack.
That is a dry, oh, that is so nice. I love that. And then you don't have to have it on your counter, you know, and it just looks so nice and put away. I love that. This is the wrong way. All right, guys, well, this is cool for sinks. Now, every sink needs a faucet. So Ashley, why don't we go over to the faucets and check them out and talk about them, okay?
Definitely.
Let's go. So I'm already seeing this funny thing here. What's that, Ashley? That looks like really interesting. I want to play with it. What is it?
It's fun. It's a roller mat. So it kind of rolls up into a nice little thing you can tuck away.
Okay.
But we use them frequently just across sinks. You can use them as trivets for hot items. They're solid stainless steel.
Okay.
Throw it in your dishwasher. But I have heard so many creative things with these. People are just loving them.
It's like just have one in your life and you'll be happy.
Seriously.
Okay,
or
let's get a rolling mat, all right?
Yeah.
Or a couple. Okay, cool. So I love this wall because Ashley just told me this is a working faucet station. I want to turn everything off. So please walk me through all these cool faucets and what they do, who they are, or your favorite. You go.
Different ones?
Yes.
So we're gonna start on the far end by you, Kirsten. That is Hans Grohe. And they have this cool technology where if you take and you just wanna tap that top button on it, so it's not necessarily hands-free, it's all mechanical though. So for you people out there who are concerned about not wanting smart technology in their home, this is actually mechanical. So no batteries, no hard wiring, anything like that. It's a great kind of simple, for the most part, hands-free
I mean,
faucet.
I can see myself having dirty hands
Yeah.
and then just going like this. That's pretty cool. I like that.
Turning that off.
I really like that.
Yeah.
And it's true because sometimes I feel if it doesn't have too much technology, maybe you don't have to repair things, or some people are just scared of too much technology.
Exactly.
Okay, so that's very cool.
So then we're gonna skip over to the Kohler Artifacts.
This one?
Yes, so Kohler just added their electronic technology and expanded the line. So this is one of my favorite faucets.
Okay,
I know, you're like ready to go.
I'm gonna turn it off.
So, yes, go stick your hand just kind of underneath. This is a completely hands-free
Oh
faucet.
my God.
100%. It works like clockwork every single time. I love it.
Kohler is like, it's strong. Like
Yes.
you can tell, it's like no joke. It's
Yeah.
like Kohler's the real deal.
Trigger, just go
That
right
is-
on. Also, Kohler's really, really done well with their spray function. So this is the standard spray on it.
Mhm.
They also have something that is a berry spray. So it's a really light, aerated, soft spray for when you're washing those blueberries and raspberries and you don't want them all smashed up.
Oh, this here?
Yes.
It's like a soft spray.
Super soft, aerated spray for cleaning those things.
That's super pretty.
And then it has a sweet spray, which is great for spraying out your sink. Yep.
Yeah, it's strong.
Yes. So a couple different spray options that they have there.
Very cool. I like that. That's strong. Like always. It's strong.
We're gonna get a little deep. Good thing you're wearing black today, not white. So the next one over is the Kohler Sensate that we're gonna discuss.
This one?
Yep.
Okay.
So reason I bring this up, this was their original smart faucet. It comes in many, many finishes.
Mhm.
And as you see, it comes in this beautiful ombre rose gold to titanium
Like
finish.
no joke. This is like the prettiest faucet finish I've ever seen in my entire life. It's rose gold, ombre, and down to titanium. That is just
Mhm.
amazing. That's super pretty. I would build a
Right.
whole kitchen just around this faucet.
I know.
I need this in my life. So now how do I turn this on?
So same thing as the other Kohler one before. Just super. Never have issues. I love them.
That's super pretty. Can you change the spray on this too?
Yes. So if you click behind
Oh,
the
okay.
same button, and you can change the different sprays.
Oh, nice. Can I pull this out too?
Yes. These are all pull-out faucets. And something I
Oh.
love about Kohler is they have a wonderful just pull it straight down ball joint, so it really
Oh,
spins.
it's strong.
Yeah, and it spins
Oh,
really
I
nicely.
see what you're saying.
Yes, the ball, like, you can really get all those different creases and angles.
That
you're
is
seeing.
like really nice. Like when you get a more like inexpensive faucet, that's what's missing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Straight
this
down
is
on it.
solid. Like I wouldn't be scared of hurting this guy.
No.
This is a solid faucet.
Very solid faucet.
I like that.
Cool.
Cool.
Kristen for a second forgot how to turn it back on.
Yeah, I'm like messing around getting all wet.
So, great option there. Kohlers. One other one I kind of want to cover, not very not a lot of technology here, but workhorse.
Okay.
So this is a company called Waterstone. Very designer oriented. They
Right.
have about there's all the finishes right there on the wall.
Oh,
They
okay.
have about 30 to 40 finishes available.
Mm-hmm.
They were made by a naval engineer. So
Wow.
if you want to fill these are super hefty
Mm-hmm.
faucets. They have a PLP system, so you always clicks back in and you will never have a faucet that does this and
Oh,
won't go back
wow.
in.
Yes.
It just engineering wise, this is a great option for
Okay.
you. Moving on though, something that is now available from multiple manufacturers, including Kohler and Frizo,
Okay.
is voice technology. So now
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so Alexa, Google Home, you can literally say, hey, Kohler faucet, fill my dog bowl, or give me 8 ounces of water, and it will do that without having to touch any of this stuff.
Wow. Are you serious?
Yeah, so obviously with this joyful COVID and everything going on, you don't necessarily want to be touching
Right.
everything. That's where
Right.
I feel hygiene.
Yeah, it comes into place.
Play.
You know, that's really funny. I cook for my dogs because I'm like obsessed with them. And I get all messy. I put their food in the dog bowls. I have 2 big boys. And then my hands are so dirty. I hate then I have to go to the faucet, right? I gotta wash it first with soap. Then I gotta clean my hands. And then I gotta take my measuring cup and go back. And I could just say, like Alexa or something, like
Yeah.
Alexa,
Give
fill
me
this with
8
12
ounces.
ounces. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Okay, life could be so
Yes.
easy.
My son used it as, Mom, if you have the voice technology faucet, I don't have to dirty measuring cups
Oh,
when I'm cooking, because it's easier for them too. So
That is
even with kids,
amazing.
like cooking, they can do measurements. Give me a cup or give me
Right.
this. So that's a very nice feature.
That's
And
really
it just
cool.
ties right in.
Right.
So
That's really cool. So here's another thing. I think that covers a lot of cool faucets. It covers a lot of cool sinks, guys. And obviously, I'm going to list all of these manufacturers below, all the model numbers below, so you guys can check it out. And if you have any questions to some of these fun faucets or sinks, please drop your comments below. Let me know what was your favorite. I want to know what was your favorite. What are you thinking? What are your questions? Now, before we end this video, there's one thing that kind of happens a lot with homeowners that are, because obviously how many times are you shopping for plumbing fixtures, right? Maybe once, twice, not like three
Every
times
10
a year.
years.
Yeah, like 10 years, right? So I'll send my customers maybe to a cool place like Keller, and they'll find something they really like, and then they'll come back and say, oh, maybe I could get the same model though at a big box store for a little bit less. How does that happen, and why does that happen? And what do I tell my customers when this happens?
So that is where big box stores actually go to manufacturers and they say, hey, we want to buy containers or this amount of this product, but we need it at this price point. So manufacturers are gonna reverse engineer. So everything you see might look the same, but the innards are gonna be not solid brass. They're gonna use plastic innards.
Innards, you mean like all the inside
portions of the faucet.
I see what you're saying, okay.
For instance, I had a customer 10 years ago. He went into a box store. He bought 2 faucets through me first, and then he shorted himself one, and he went into a box store, bought what he thought was the exact same model, took it home, had his plumber install it, and within 6 months, one of them was leaking.
Really?
Yeah, which one do you think it was?
The big box one.
Yeah, so he literally uninstalled them himself, that one and one of the ones that he bought from us, and brought them into me to show me the difference. And it actually was a weight difference of, it was a significant weight difference. You could feel the difference. In just the quality. So they're doing something to cut corners to make it that price point.
So it basically looks the same on the outside, but the guts inside are
less expensive.
Less expensive. You know what? Lesser expensive version of that same faucet, right? So what I'm thinking is, when I do my kitchen and I get all this stuff in, I'd be terrified if 6 months after I would have to change something out because it's leaking. I think that would be something where I would put an investment towards and say, I'm gonna get the right one with the right interiors, because if I am getting something with a lot of technology, I don't want it to break in 6 months.
Exactly. Did you actually know, Kristen, that your kitchen faucet is the most used appliance in your entire home?
I could totally see that.
As an appliance. People don't see it as an appliance. And
I can see that.
It is the most used item in your home. Why not invest a little bit and get good quality on that material? Right.
So what do you think somebody should budget for, like a quality sink? And let's not go like top of the line fire clay or something. If they wanted like the cool Kohler sink stainless steel with all the fun accessories, how much should they budget for a sink like that, and then maybe for a decent faucet?
I would say about $2,000 for, there's a wide range.
There's a very wide range.
A huge range. So I would say $2,000, and you should be able to get something pretty awesome.
Like some real awesome stuff that you can connect with Alexa. You can do like high technology, cool stuff. Measuring for you, basically take over your life. You're just gonna lay back on your couch and look at everything, right? Okay.
So for instance, I have the Kohler Sensei installed in my home. That one right there.
Of course you have that one.
Yes.
Of course you do.
It is. It's amazing. And so
I have to come to your house. Does it serve wine too?
I wish. Breeza does have one of those.
No kidding.
Well, no, it's just how they serve wine at Breeze, like at Delta.
Yeah.
They do it out of a
faucet. Oh my god. Okay, I'll have to go there too. That's fun. Cool.
But I have the Kohler Sensei in matte black. It's just that is about $1,000.
Wow.
For that one.
And with that being said, we're gonna end this video for today. And I want to thank Ashley again for having us here. I want to thank Keller Supply for having us. This was so much fun talking about sinks, talking about faucets, and I hope you guys learned a lot. You got some new ideas. Obviously, just spike that interest of yours, finding maybe some new options that you haven't thought about. Think about some new materials that you haven't thought about or knew what they were called if you were trying to search for them. If you have any questions, make sure to drop your questions below in the comments. Leave your comments. I'd love to hear which one was your favorite style, which was your favorite sink, what was your favorite faucet. And then we've got all of our contacts below. We'll have a link to Keller below, have their contacts. And don't forget to like this video, and that way we can share with more people. Like it, subscribe to our channel. You'll learn everything you need to know about kitchen design and remodeling. And other than that, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.